lock down Nigeria for 2 months, AGAY tells Buhari. Prof. Itse Sage, chairman of the Presidential Advisory Committee Against Corruption, has told President Muhammadu Buhari to lock down Nigeria for a minimum of 2 months in order to stop the spread of COVID-19 pandemic. Sage lamented that the non-compliance of Nigerians to safety measures as the federal government eased the lockdown. According to him, he saw many Nigerians without face mask and not practicing social distancing despite increasing rates of confirmed cases of coronavirus in the country. Sage, describing Nigerians as the most indisciplined in the world, urged Buhari to instruct military men to patrol the streets and arrest anyone found except essential workers. Keeping with independence, he said Nigerians are the most undisciplined people on earth. I went out after 6 weeks today, and in spite of all that have been said, I saw them in their thousands without wearing masks. Out of the 50 carrying masks, 25% had it on their neck instead of their faces. Only about 25% were wearing the mask properly. Buses were filled. People were in crowds, and they were just behaving as if everyone or everything is normal with them, as if there is no COVID-19 pandemic in the country. Nigeria needs a very strong hand that needs authoritarian leadership for so many things to succeed in Nigeria. If I were the president, I would close down this country for 2 months and put armed men on the streets to arrest and detain anybody who is found outside except essential workers. He added that if he were the president, he would use power and authority on Nigerians at this time without restraint. Unless we have a government that decides to use power and authority without any constraint, we won't achieve any result because Nigerians are indisciplined. With the way Nigerians are behaving now, we may have to be quarantined for like 2 months by force. Aside the lockdown, we should have security men patrolling the streets and inflicting the worst type of punishment on everybody who violates the directive, Saga added. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Center of Disease Control on Tuesday confirmed fresh 148 COVID-19 cases in the country. This brings the total number of COVID-19 confirmed cases in Nigeria to 2,950 cases with 98 deaths record. Thank you, viewers, for listening to this news. I'm not happy with the statement made by Saga. I don't welcome that idea at all. I don't buy that idea. I know a lot of Nigerians will not also support that kind of idea. Never is not supported. Have they not suffered Nigerians a lot? Have they not suffered Nigerians enough? Have they not stabbed them enough? Have they not deprived them of money and food enough? We had almost 1 month and a week lockdown without food, without provision of food or money, without anything to feed on. A lot of people died because of hunger. They want to kill them again. This suggestion by Sage is a bad one. It's not welcome at all. I think this man is very wicked. He never came out since the first lockdown, he never came out, or he never even said anything about donating money for the poor ones, for the poor masses, because the lockdown has been relaxed. So you now have the audacity to come out and start saying nonsense about locking, extending lockdown, or bring in a lockdown again. For what? To prevent COVID-19. There has been seeing people around us putting on their mask and not taking prevention and prevention measure, not even practicing distance, whatever do they call it. I don't care. We don't care. Nobody cares. If they can mandate it on every Nigerian, that whosoever that refuse to put on this face mask will pay a fine of 10,000 naira or will be arrested. That will be very, very much fine. You see a lot of Nigerians doing that. Those that does not have intention of doing so will start doing it, but not calling back the lockdown. Never. That will not work. 2 months is too small. 2 months is too small. Look at the kind of advice is even giving. Imagine that. You should have said 1 year, not 2 months. These people are enemies of masses. They are the enemy of the masses. They are very much comfortable with their family at home. So why won't he bring such a suggestion? Why won't he pick such a dirty suggestion for us to go another 2 months lockdown? This is wickedness. Buhari should not listen to him, because if Buhari listen to him, then there will be a big protest. There will be a big protest in all the states. What kind of a thing is this? I'm very much sure that this man is just saying saying what is in his mind, but not what is going to be executed. Imagine that. This man should be ashamed of himself. Imagine, he should be ashamed of himself. He's part of this government that locked down states without providing or test kits to take care of them, or providing food, money to sustain with. He said they should be locked down for 2 months. During the lockdown for that 1 month, it was heaven on earth, or heaven on earth, with some poor masses. The challenge was too much on them, to the extent that they were even crying and praying to God for the lockdown to be relaxed. Now that the lockdown has been relaxed, this man Sagi is now coming to say that President Buhari should continue with the lockdown. Don't even try it, because if you try it, then there will be war in this country. There will be a bigger war. Now people are obeying and listening to what the government have said concerning whosoever that doesn't put on the face mask should pay a fine and should be arrested. That is a good one. Not calling back the lockdown. That will never work. Whosoever that is advising this man should stop advising him, because all the advice you've been giving to him will never work. These people are so clueless people, working with clueless governor. Clueless people working with clueless governments. They are trying to cover up their failure by blaming the masses. Imagine that. But this will not work for them. Nobody will buy to this idea. No citizen that will accept this madness from this government. Imagine that. Because he's eating free food at home. He's eating free food from our commonwealth wealth. That's why he has this guts to advise President Buhari to continue with this lockdown for 2 months. Imagine that. Not that when this thing is now the lockdown. Not that when they bring this lockdown back, they will never bring any